morning. First of all, on behalf of Southwest Gas, welcome to beautiful Las Vegas. Huh? It's pretty nice out here, right? In the business world today, the word unicorn kind of has a very similar magic to it, doesn't it? We have startups, we have concepts that seem to defy gravity, if you will, right? They grow at unbelievable velocity, and they achieve billion-dollar valuations seemingly overnight, right? And you probably know some of them. But here's a thought. Please take a second to think about this. What if the real opportunities in business today aren't the unicorns, but the business opportunities themselves are hidden in those unicorns? Okay, bear with me. What if the real innovation, like SEW, is happening not in the spotlight, but in the shadows of those unicorns that they cast? All right, just think about that for a second. Now, I may be aging myself here, but I feel like every decade or so, there's a herd of these unicorns, right? Again, I'm aging myself here. In the 2000s, there was the .com boom, right? Everyone remembers that. Am I the only one that remembers that? Okay, that's all right. Then came social media. Am I the only one that had a MySpace account? Some of us probably still have it, right? Then after that came what? Cloud computing. After social media, cloud computing, and then ultimately mobile apps. Today, I think Deepak mentioned it 10,743 times, it's artificial intelligence, right? I'm kidding, Deepak. There's reproductive models and self-directed systems. Each wave, as I mentioned, whether it be mobile apps and now artificial intelligence, kind of captures our imagination, doesn't it? What else does it capture? It captures our investment dollars, right? We're spending a lot of money on these things. But if you step back, right, do me a favor, step back, and you study the pattern, there's something really fascinating. For every unicorn that I mentioned, whether it be AI or mobile apps or cloud computing, there are dozens of unglamorous companies quietly building the tools, the infrastructure, and the governance that makes those unicorns possible, like SEW. I'll give you a few examples. I think you put a picture of Amazon up here. So Amazon Web Services was a way for developers to become more efficient in Amazon, right? Wasn't glamorous for sure, but that internal efficiency play turned into a $90 billion business for them, right? Snowflake didn't invent data. It just made data manageable when everyone else was drowning in it. ServiceNow, Workday, they never had the buzz of a consumer apps, but they solved real operational pain points, okay? Palo Alto Networks, Zscaler, probably very similar. You hear about this in our industry a lot. They became household names, not by chasing unicorns, but by protecting them. So you see, some of those companies prove a powerful truth. The companies, the true companies that endure are often the ones that enable others to scale, like an SEW. And in utilities, like Southwest Gas, SEW has done exactly that for us. They've been quietly creating the digital foundation that has allowed us to meet our customers wherever they are in the world, empower our field teams, and transform our utility experience for our customers in an industry that was once considered slow. You agree with that if you're in the utilities? I think it was between us and banking at some point. We were dead last. But I think we've moved on beyond that. So yeah, we were slow to change, right? So when SEW emerged, when I first met SEW, I don't know, that was 10, 15 years ago. I think you were SUS, if you remember, right? I'm sure you remember that. I met them, and one thing that intrigued me about at the time where SEW, and it was at the SAP for Utilities conference, that they weren't chasing the hype, right? They weren't trying to be the next Silicon Valley unicorn. It was about solving real, unglamorous utility scale problems. How do we help our utilities engage our customers, empower the workforce, and optimize operations, all while managing it in an increasingly more complex ecosystem as far as utilities go? what intrigued me about SEW many, many years ago, and still does today, I think SEW recognized something was overlooked in the market. As utilities go, we weren't looking for apps, we were looking for transformational platforms, okay? And that's a big distinction. I'll give credit to SEW. They built a cloud-native customer workforce engagement layer that unified that data. I think they've done a great job in streamlining that digital service and really brought AI and analytics to the edge of our grid. So for that, I just want to say thank you, because you have helped us deliver that 5-star experience that our customers see every day. They weren't chasing, and that's not really what I refer to as chasing a unicorn, right? They're building the rails that it runs on. It's turning operational necessity into a strategic advantage for our company. And I think by doing so, SEW became a success story for us. It enabled digital transformation for hundreds of utilities across the globe, including ours here at Southwest Gas. But as technology leaders, again, my opinion, I think we stand at an intersection, right, between vision and reality. And our role isn't to chase every new buzzword, okay? It's certainly not my role. It's to build what endures, okay? To identify which innovations will still matter after the hype fades, after that new car smell goes away, okay? In my world, and maybe in some of yours, whether you're in energy, utilities, or critical infrastructure, we may not build the next unicorn, okay? But we do build what keeps them alive. We build trust, we build resiliency, and we build systems that sustain our communities and enable transformations at scale. That, to me, is what true innovation looks like. And it's what partners like SEW and others have helped us achieve.